Today, we're going to tell you all about a wonderful collaboration between the Arizona Humane Society and Phoenix Children's Hospital to help our community even more. We're going to tell you all about that and so much more right here on Pets on Parade. Good morning and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much for tuning in with us this Saturday. Now, you know we love an absolutely amazing transformation because it means another life has been saved. We'll introduce you to a sweet kitty named after a master artist later on in this show. He painted landscapes and flowers and is especially known for water lilies. Can you guess this little kitty's name? We'll see if you're right later on. And we're seeing more pets come through our doors, including our tiniest patients like little Scone here. And what a small little thing he was, Denise.
Yes, this was Scone, and he is 8 weeks old now, so he's still very small, but yet bigger than he was in that picture. He came to the Arizona Humane Society with his siblings, who you will meet throughout the show. They were much too small to go up for adoption, so they spent time in our Bottle Baby ICU. Now, our Bottle Baby ICU is the special part of our shelter where we care for kittens who, for whatever reason, are no longer with their mothers and they're much too small to go up for adoption. They're cared for around the clock by our dedicated staff and volunteers. They're kept fed. They're fed between every 2 to 6 hours. They have frequent weigh-ins, and as they grow up, they're transitioned from formula to solid food. So we are looking for people to foster these small kittens in their homes. We provide all the training that you need and all the supplies. Visit our website at azhumane.org/foster for more information. Scone was loving the attention by one of the producers today before he came on camera. He is extremely cuddly. He loves to be held, as you can see, and he is looking for someone to open their home for a very cuddly, playful kitten.
Oh my goodness, and that is such a testament to fostering as well, to be able to get that socialization, and so we're so grateful to them. Thank you so much, Denise. And you heard this little one before, but he didn't used to be so big. Another tiny patient who was helped thanks to our community support is Bruno, and not only has he gotten big, but he's got a big voice, ladies. He's got lots to say.
He does have lots to say. You tell them, say, you need to take me home. Oh my goodness, he's 9 weeks old, but he came in with 7 other litter mates, and they were only one to 2 days old. And look at, I mean, he's probably 4 times bigger than when he came in. And he is like, he's liking the camera. I think that was what was getting him going. But he's the beautiful markings. He definitely has got this Malinois mix with him. And Malinois, they're a breed that is very active, very intelligent, and very protective. So you need to start training them young. And we do have training classes for puppies, and that will teach you all different modalities to what a puppy knows at what stage in their life. But they like puzzle games. They like to be run every day. And if you're an active family, he will be the best dog for you. And he was very treat motivated a minute ago, but now he's like, oh, I see my brother across the room. Yes, that's what it is. But look at him. He's just a gorgeous specimen. Yes.
Well, Denise just so eloquently explained to us what the Baby Bottle ICU is, but just wanted to add to that it's not only for kittens, it is also for puppies as well. We have a great need this year. We currently have over 100 underage orphaned little puppies that are being cared for. So if you're interested in helping puppies like Bruno get the care that they need and get the best care possible, you can visit azhumane.org/foster.
Oh my goodness, yes, and who wouldn't want to be able to see that transformation, seeing those tiny little babies grow into a big, full of personality pup like this. Thank you so much for that reminder, ladies. And now we have an adoption story that is sure to touch your heart and is a great reminder of the importance of spaying and neutering your pets. Allison adopted Abby in 2017 after AHS saved more than 60 Persian cats from a hoarding case that was using them to breed and sell. When she first saw Abby at our South Mountain campus, she was smaller, timid, and had a few health issues due to her mistreatment of being kept in a small crate for her first 3 years of life. Allison went home that night to think on it, but knew in her heart it was meant to be and ended up adopting her the next day. After 3 days of hiding, Abby snuck up on the bed during the evening and started purring. Knowing she was protected and safe, the rest was history. Even though she suffered from a few ailments due to her breed, Abby was able to travel with her mom and even went on hikes in a special backpack made just for her. Unfortunately, in 2023, Abby was diagnosed with mammary cancer, likely due to her previous owners breeding her, and sadly passed the next spring. Because of this, Allison advocates on Abby's behalf for spaying neutering, as she learned that when pets are fixed prior to their first heat cycle, it reduces the chances of cancer significantly. We're so grateful for all of our adopters like Allison who give our pets a second chance at life, and for her continuous advocacy for spaying and neutering. If interested in learning more about the benefits of spay neuter or making an appointment, make sure to visit azhumane.org/spay. And now we have an adorable girl that may need some time adjusting, I think. Lisa, what tips do you have for sweet Mocha?
Well, this is beautiful Mocha, and she was one of 5 that was surrendered to the Arizona Humane Society because there was too many dogs on the premises. Our field team went out, there was too many pets for them to care for, so they voluntarily surrendered sweet Mocha to the Humane Society along with 5 of her siblings to try to get better homes for them. So when she came in, she was obviously timid, scared. I think she probably was born where she grew up and didn't know anybody other than those people at that premises. So she is going to require a little bit of extra time. Here's a tip. She loves other dogs. They help bring her out of her shell. So if you're thinking about sweet Mocha, she's not going to be one of those that looks great in her kennels. So you're going to have to give her time. They'll get her out. You can get acquainted room with her. So as you know, you've probably been hearing on the news this week all about the distemper cases in the state of Arizona. There is a rise of distemper right now in the state of Arizona, and not only within the shelters, but also in the wild coyote population. So there is one great way that you wouldn't have to worry about things like parvo and distemper. It's vaccinations. So AHS is here to help you with that. We have all kinds of low-cost vaccination clinics. If you go online to azhumane.org/vaccine, you can sign up and have your dog at home vaccinated. Keep in mind, puppies shouldn't be going out. You shouldn't be taking adult dogs out if you have puppies at home that aren't fully vaccinated. Vaccination is the way to make sure that your pets don't come down with distemper or parvo. Both are horrible diseases. You wouldn't want your beloved pets to have that. So take advantage of Arizona Humane Society's low-cost vaccine clinics.
Absolutely. Like you said, vaccines are so important to keeping not just our pets, but our wildlife safe, as we're finding out. So thank you for that reminder, Lisa. And don't change that channel. We'll tell you all about how the Phoenix Children's Foundation and the Arizona Humane Society are teaming up to help more pets and children in our community. That's coming up after the break. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, we are so excited to talk about a brand new collaboration between the Arizona Humane Society and Phoenix Children's. And here to tell us all about this special vehicle donation program is Nicola Lawrence from Phoenix Children's Foundation. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having us, Kelsey.
Now, if anyone is a Valley native, they know Phoenix Children's, but it has been such a huge part of our community, but also a leader in the nation. For anyone who maybe is not familiar with Phoenix Children's Hospital, can you give us a little rundown of all the life-saving work that you do?
Absolutely. So we've been around since 1983, so we're 42 years old now, not quite as old as Arizona Humane Society, but we continue to grow. If you've been in the city or across the state, you're going to have had some kind of run-in with who we are, because we treat the children across the state and beyond. We are now treating approximately 1 in 3 children in the state. So we're meeting children wherever they are. Might be your own child, your neighbor, your niece, your nephew. We're touching families all over. Our new Arrowhead Hospital opened recently to start serving out there in the West Valley, and we continue to take the care to where our population grows.
It's absolutely incredible, and it's such absolutely amazing work. Now, we also, like we mentioned, we have a new collaboration happening between the Arizona Humane Society and Phoenix Children's. It's a new vehicle donation program. Well, it's a new collaboration for this vehicle donation program. For anyone who's not familiar, can you give us the details of that?
Absolutely. So we're really excited to have this collaboration. We've been working at Phoenix Children's to be able to meet our community supporters where they are at, to be able to give in the way that makes sense to them. One of the things we've been focusing on is what I like to call the planes, trains, and automobiles donations. Do you have a vehicle that you perhaps no longer use, it's not going to be running anymore, or it's a collector car across the scope? And as we said, planes, trains, and automobiles, it could be a plane or a boat. Vehicles of all kinds. We had a previous partner, but it was a commercial partner, and we were looking for ways to maximize the gift that people gave. And when we were approached by the Arizona Humane Society to do something that would keep all of the gift value inside of the community, it was something we wanted to explore. So what we do now is Arizona Humane Society very wonderfully allows us to work with you and your facility where you can pick up the car, bring the car up to spec, sell it to the local community, and 100% of the profits helps children's and pets. Win-win.
Absolutely. It is a wonderful program, and it is a wonderful way for people to know that their vehicle is going to good causes.
Absolutely.
And I know little Orzo is very excited here.
Orzo is excited.
So if someone out there is wondering, you know, I think I have a vehicle, maybe I have an ATV or a boat like you mentioned, and they're wanting to maybe look more into this vehicle donation program, what do they need to do?
It's going to be on your screen, but you should also have a look at givetopch.org/vehicle, and you'll find out the information there on how you can donate your vehicle and make a big difference for the community.
Oh my goodness, and this is going to absolutely make a huge difference for PCH. What does it mean to be able to have a donation program like this? How's this going to be able to allow you to meet your patients where they're at, like you said?
For sure. So one thing that people should understand is although we're very large, we have patient needs that are constantly needing to be met through the gifts of the community. In our current economic environment, we all know the challenges of paying for good health care for our families. Absolutely. And unfortunately in Arizona, we are above the national average for children that have either no insurance or are underinsured. So your gifts help to fill that gap. Additionally, the things that make us a children's hospital are funded through philanthropy. So things like our child life experience, so pet therapy on site, art therapy. We make sure that the most advanced research for pediatric services are happening at our hospital, because as we know, most research is focused on adults. We focus on the children. Amazing. And that can't be billed back to insurance. So we bring the newest, the best, the clinical leadership, and most often that is done because the community helps make that happen rather than it being a commercial enterprise. So your gifts are advancing the future and creating care access today.
You know what, Orzo's very excited about this. We're so grateful for all the work that you do in our community and for you always continuing to push the boundaries on how we're able to save children. So thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you so much for joining us today, Nicola.
Thank you for having us. We're grateful for your partnership.
Absolutely. And now before Orzo decides to go to PCH and visit all the patients himself, we're going to go ahead and go to break, but you'll be able to meet him after the break. Make sure to stay tuned. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now we're continuing with our pastry-themed litter. Who is this little parrot, Denise?
This is Macaroon, and she is 8 weeks old, and she came to the Arizona Humane Society with her siblings, who you are meeting throughout the show, and they spent time in our bottle baby ICU. Thank you so much to our friends at Raising Cane's Chicken in Gilbert, who are hosting an event on August 20th from 4 to 9 p.m. If you go there and purchase a meal, mention we sent you, they will donate 15% of the proceeds back to the Arizona Humane Society. So August 20th, go have a good meal and help out pets like the ones you see on the show today. Macaroon, as well as her siblings, are so affectionate. These kittens really just want to be held, and they purr when you're holding them. If you are looking for a very cuddly kitten, come on down and get the little 8-week-old cuddly Macaroon.
Oh my goodness, and she's not even phased because we've been laughing at the shenanigans of adorable Oreo here. And unfortunately, we are seeing a rise of owner surrenders or pets coming to us because they're just not getting the proper care, right, Lisa?
Yeah, that's Oreo's situation. Another case where a bunch of dogs outside and no, they weren't in very good conditions. It wasn't a suitable yard. There wasn't suitable shelter. It wasn't clean, no food, no water. So Oreo and 2 others came to the shelter. The leash is kind of troubling to him a little bit right now. So he's got me on my toes, but he is actually really sweet. I just don't think he's ever been on a leash before. 1.5 years old. And we just want to remind everybody, the Arizona Humane Society is really here for a lot of reasons, and one of them is for resources. We have all kinds of resources. We don't want people to get overwhelmed like poor Oreo's owner was. If you call in to our Pet Resource Center, what happens is you talk to a caring person on the other end of the phone, and they can help you out. If you need spay-neuter services so you don't get overwhelmed with litters, or if you need help with food or pet-friendly housing, all of those things we have resources for. So if you or maybe your neighbor might need some resources, please reach out to the Arizona Humane Society, azhumane.org/resources. A lot of them are online, and if you can't get online, please give us a call. Our Pet Resource Center would love to be able to help you out and bring the dogs or cats in if that's what is needed.
Absolutely. We'd much rather be able to have them in a safe environment than be too late. So thank you so much for that, Lisa. And thank you, Oreo, for your sweetness. And we showed you this kitty at the beginning of the show and asked if you could guess what famous painter he's named after. And as his foster, Janine, can you do us the honors?
I would like to welcome, we have a VIC in the studio, and this is Monsieur Monet. He actually picked his own name. He could read French at 8 weeks old. He's a very special kitty. And he came in as a little sickly stray, and he had a ruptured eye. So I just fostered him since 8 weeks old. I've had him for 9 weeks. He has been a fabulous addition to our family for the time that we've had him. And he's actually, I think, doubled in size. He is so sweet, but talk about having energy. This kitty, he goes from toy to toy to toy. And I actually brought all of his favorite toys that he loves. I mean, he goes to town on this thing. And look at on that. Did you see that last picture? He was watching his mommy on TV last week, watching Pets on Parade. Look at that. He's so cute. But we just have loved him to death. He's just a doll. And he is, I would say, 0% impaired. Even though we know he's missing his eye, nah. He does not care whatsoever. He loves my dogs. He does this whole side, he runs up on them and he's all hunched up and then he stands up like King Kong and wants to play with them. So he's definitely going to be needing a friend. I mean, a kitten, maybe his age, he's 4 months old now, would be awesome. Maybe up to maybe a year. Patient dogs that want to engage, he would be great with them. But he's been a singleton. So also kittens at this age are like 4 to 5 months. They start getting really kind of bitey, and it's just a typical kitten thing. But this is what you do. You redirect, especially when you have a kitten that has not had other cats around. The other cats put them in check, and they teach each other, wrestling things, but then they know when to stop because it's painful because they're biting on each other. Well, instead of them doing it on you, you get these kicker toys, and then they just wrap it up, and they just get all grippy, and then that is perfect. But when he is done playing, he is the most snuggly, neck nuzzler, loving. He drapes over you. He is just, oh my gosh, I am gonna miss him. And someone has to take him home. And he is so special. Right, my love. Monsieur Monet.
Oh my goodness, absolutely gorgeous. And you did a wonderful job with him, Janine. That is a long time to have a foster hero, but he lucked out, that is for sure. Thank you so much. And we saw this sweet little baby, his brother before, and just look how tiny Orzo was and what a glow up he has. He's only 9 weeks, Hannah. That is wild.
Yep, he's 9 weeks old, and he's Bruno's brother that you met earlier on the show with Denise and I. Just a reminder, they came to the shelter at 1 or 2 days old with 7 siblings. They went to the bottle baby ICU, and they are now with an amazing foster hero. So speaking of hero, if you would like to make a difference, mark your calendar for September 6th. Remedy Pilates in Scottsdale is hosting Pilates with Puppies. It's a special fundraiser where you can enjoy a great class and reward yourself afterwards with some awesome puppy cuddles. All proceeds benefit the Humane Society, helping us save lives like Orzo here and his littermates. If you want more information on this, you could visit azhumane.org/events.
Goodness, that is going to be a great time. And you know what? I think Orzo is going to be a lot of exercise for someone in his future home. So why not, prepare for it with a little Pilates? Thank you for that, Hannah. And don't change that channel. We'll introduce you to our last puppy and kitty friend when we come back. Welcome back to POP. Now, we don't usually have wild animals in the studio, but Debbie sure looks like a dingo.
She does, actually. And her breed on her chart said lab. So I'm actually not sure what she is. But she is cute. She is a year old, and when she came to the Arizona Humane Society, she was a little shy, as you could expect, but she has really come into her own, and she loves treats and is extremely motivated by treats. So if you have treats, she will be your best friend. Now, she came to the Arizona Humane Society with 2 other dogs because their owner was ill and no longer able to care for them. Right, Hannah?
That's right. And Debbie's story is a great reminder how important it is for us to have a plan in place for our pets just in case something unexpected happens to us. We may assume that friends and family are able to step in, but that is not always the case. So the Arizona Humane Society offers programs and resources to help with rehoming needs. So if you wanted to make plans for your pet's future, you could visit azhumane.org to find more information.
Absolutely. It is a wonderful reminder to make sure that you have a plan in place for your pets. Thank you so much for that, Hannah. And now for all my Shrek peeps out there, do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. And we have the Muffin Lady here. Who is this?
Definitely the Muffin Lady. She is a beauty. I mean, she's a tabby, but a long-haired tabby. So when she's an adult, you're going to see her laying on your bed and just being photo ready because she is absolutely gorgeous. And as we were saying earlier with kittens, all they need is toys, 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 and more toys. And she is just having a ball with this one. And I was going to show this little tunnel right here that I have. This is, every kitten owner needs one of these things because they run in and out of these things 100 miles an hour and it will entertain them for hours. So that is a great toy to have. But look at this gorgeous, beautiful girl.
And we all love kittens, but keep in mind that it is the summer months, and if you find a litter of kittens outside, please keep in mind Mama might be off foraging for food for herself, some food and water, and monitor the kittens. If you're a cat lover or an animal lover, just monitor the kittens for about 8 hours, make sure that they're safe and that Mom does return. Even if you want to leave like a can of cat food open, you can see if Mom returns by seeing if she's eaten any of that cat food. So don't kidnap kittens, and if you need resources on how to care for them in place, go to azhumane.org/foundkittens.
Absolutely, that is a wonderful reminder. Even though we are pretty late in the summer, the Arizona has a very elongated kitten season, and our bottle baby ICU is going to be open well into November. So a great reminder to don't kidnap kittens, a great reminder to spay and neuter your pets. And of course, we just want to give a special thank you to Phoenix Children's Hospital for our new collaboration and for Nicola for joining us today. Make sure to visit azhumane.org to be able to find more information about that program and other life-saving programs, not just for homeless animals like you see here, but for your pets at home as well. And we'll see you right here next week for another adorable Pets on Parade.